What's up, guys? Welcome to Kind of Funny's live reactions to the Google Stadia Connect, which I guess is the new Nintendo Direct PlayStation State of Play.
I wish PlayStation State of Play rhymed with all of these.
You know what I mean? Or at least like had that same kind of, oh wow.
Erect, Connect, Direct, yeah.
We're starting E3 a little early, Andy.
Yeah.
Let's get hyped, baby.
Yeah, I'm really excited. A lot of stuff leaked this morning, obviously. If you trolled Twitter quite a bit and started looking around. It's going to be an interesting sort of presentation. Baird made note that the live stream has comments disabled.
I imagine that has more to do with the controversies going on right now as opposed to the quality of the content of this press conference. I would imagine. Talking about all
YouTube stuff?
The political
I see.
Going on YouTube right now.
I see.
But all of the leak stuff, I feel like there's a context missing that we're gonna have to see here. I'm interested to see if this is a press conference or if it is more of a video package.
Video to video to video.
Yeah, exciting stuff.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, I love that we're getting a press conference on a Thursday before E3. We lost PlayStation.
They just shoved it in there.
Yeah, they're just like last minute.
They found the open spot.
Us too. The open spot's before everyone else.
Yeah.
Which we'll see if that's a bold strategy or a silly mistake.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm tempering my expectations.
I think that's a good way to go into this. Like, I don't think there's anything that they can announce that's going to blow our minds, unless there's some partnership that just we're like, what? Like, oh my God, Half-Life 3.
Yeah.
And that would be impossible. But things like that, I feel like Google has the money for, obviously, and they're going to want to get some attention. But I expect this to be a bit more by the books, by the numbers of information of the games. I feel like, here we go.
Hey, Phil.
What's up, today for the first Stadia Connect. This series gives you a look at Stadia news, events, new titles, bonus features, and more. We'll be posting these Stadia Connect videos from time to time to bring you the latest from Google straight to all of you, the players. We've got a bunch of exciting news to share with you today, so let's get started. 3 months ago, we gave you a first look at Stadia,
like the look of this.
A new generation game platform powered by the best of Google. Today, we're going to tell you about the first wave of games available at launch. We'll share pricing details, including an exclusive launch offer, and you'll learn how to become one of the first Stadia players. Stadia has been years in the making across different Google teams. Google's mission has always been to make information more accessible for everyone. With Stadia, our goal is to make gaming more accessible for everyone.
Yeah, this looks really Apple.
We designed Stadia to bring together game players and game watchers from
around
the world into one global community.
I get that, man. I really get it.
Stadia makes it easy to play your favorite games on any screen in your life. At launch later this year, you'll be able to play Stadia games on your TV, desktop, laptop, tablet, and on Pixel smartphones, starting with Pixel 3, as well as the brand new Pixel 3a that we announced last month.
The leak was saying you need
Wherever
Chromecast.
you are, Stadia lets you play the latest games. No downloads, no patches, no installs. Just grab your controller and you're in. This level of access and availability represents a huge shift in the gaming world. Instead of a console or a PC, you're using Google's data center as the platform. We handle the intense gameplay processing and graphics, so there's no console required to play your favorite games.
I like the look of this
That's
presentation.
what Stadia is
very,
all about,
very produced.
the games. Today, we're unveiling the very first wave of games coming to the platform at launch. We're working with hundreds of leading publishers and developers around the world to deliver their biggest
look at all those logos.
E3, baby.
to Stadia. We've lined up an incredible selection of games spanning nearly every genre, including fighting, sports, role-playing games, first-person action, and racing titles. And we're just getting started. This worldwide exclusive unveil comes straight from our friends at Larian Studios.
Larian? Oh, shit. Trailers and stuff?
Oh, wow. Clash of Clans.
This looks how much you loved Game of Thrones final season.
This looks familiar.
Safe search off.
Too early in the morning, Google. Wow. Mondays, huh?
Oh my god. Yo, it's Donkey Kong 64 and Barrett.
Donkey Kong 64 is terrifying. That is terrifying.
I thought it was gonna be Ridley, dude.
Octodad 3.
I thought it was gonna be Ridley. Oh my god. Whoa! Shit! Wow! Holy shit! I was not expecting to see that.
Good for them.
Wow.
Baldur's Gate 3 has been in like the rumor mill for the last couple of weeks, but I'm surprised that
we try to
it
give
was
them
brought
a
to
that guy?
lot
Stadia.
of freedom because we want them to come with their IDs. Thanks, man. Forget it. My name is Sven Vinke. I am the founder and director of Larian Studios. So
Just
Larian
like the
Studios
Toy
was
Story
founded
bloopers.
in '97 in Ghent in Belgium. I've seen the entire evolution of the games industry.
Oh, God.
We keep on
I can
driving
hear
the
Nick doing the
state-of-the-art
voice.
forward so fast. You don't have that in music. You don't have it in movies. But in video games, you have it, and Stadia
Baldur's
is
Gate.
like the next leap. I mean, it is quite revolutionary. Larian Studios was founded to be able to create big epic RPGs in which the world reacts to what you're doing, in which you could play together with your friends. When we released Divinity Original Sin 1, I tried approaching Wizards of the Coast, trying to tell them that we should be the ones making Baldur's Gate 3. They didn't necessarily believe me back then, but then we started
now I
making
got Google's
Divinity
money,
Original
bitches.
Sin 2. And then at some point, they just reached out to me, and they said, well, you're the guy that wanted to make Baldur's Gate 3. Do you still want to make Baldur's Gate 3?
Well, then I blackmailed,
Yeah, of course
the
I still
CEO.
want to make Baldur's Gate 3. And that got the conversation rolling, and before you knew it, we were constructing story. It was awesome. It was a geek dream come true. Baldur's Gate 3 is the biggest game that we've ever done. We had to triple the size of the studio to be able to do it. Production values are very, very, very high. But the game deserves it. I mean, it's people have been waiting on it for a very long time, so
missed it.
it
Is it
deserves to be
exclusive?
top-notch in every single
don't
aspect.
think
And it's
they've
shaping up
mentioned
to
that
be a
yet.
beautiful game.
If it
But
is.
the coolest thing about it all is that by bringing it to Stadia, pretty much everybody is going to be able to play it at the highest quality settings because Stadia is democratic in that sense, if you want. It doesn't differentiate between what platform
do
you're
want-
playing it on because everything is server-based.
We can't wait for you to play Baldur's Gate 3 on Stadia. And whether you're playing an RPG like Baldur's Gate 3 or any of the other titles and genres we'll share today, we know that players demand the most responsive experiences
think
from
Baldur's
their
Gate
games.
3 was gonna be?
And we have architected Stadia to give you the
know.
What's the other
fastest
game?
I'm very
possible
unfamiliar
response
with Baldur's
between
Gate.
what
There's
your
nothing-
fingers are doing and what your
Sin?
eyes
Yeah.
are seeing.
Divinity Original
So,
Data.
what does that mean for the
So that means
internet
3 is still
connection
coming up.
you're on right now? Let's quickly dig into the
Everybody
numbers.
thought that studio
Our
was gonna make
highest quality
Baldur's Gate
gaming
3.
experience is
They are.
remarkable.
Divinity.
With
They are. They said
4K
that.
HDR
That is
video at 60
that's
frames
right.
per second and 5.1 surround sound. We're able to deliver this experience to users with a connection speed of around 35 megabits per second. And with Google handling the processing load, you can enjoy smooth gameplay even if you don't have that kind of connection. So let's say you have a connection speed of just 10 megabits per second. You can still get at least
dad's
720p
house.
video at 60 frames per second with stereo sound. We're really proud of the experience we're able to deliver, and it's all thanks to more than 20 years of work at Google, building and optimizing our networks and data centers to support services with billions of users like YouTube, Gmail, Android, Google Play, Maps, and of course, Google Search.
I'm really
the
feeling this
latency and speed
presentation. I
demands
love
of
the look.
online gaming aren't far off from the demands we've been meeting for years. We handle the back end so you can play the games you want, when you want, on whatever screen you prefer. Back in October of 2018,
really
we
hate
put
this
this
shot.
idea to the test with Project Stream. We invited users to stream Assassin's Creed Odyssey at up to 1080p and 60 frames per second. It was a phenomenal gaming experience on a wide range of PCs and laptops that were simply running a Chrome browser. With Project Stream, we demonstrated that we can transmit the live instance from the data center to your screen faster than your eye is transmitting those images to your brain.
Wow.
That's critical for
Science of Kev.
fast-paced
Science
games
go
on
far
Stadia,
here.
like Mortal Kombat. It's truly a new paradigm for gaming. And since we announced Stadia a few months ago, we've gotten a lot of interest about this new way to play.
Fighting
In our
games.
conversations
No, thank
and
you.
meets with game developers,
With this time of
they're
life.
excited
Yeah, I
about
don't
the
know.
possibilities of an ever-evolving play experience.
A little too much input lag
And we
there.
can't wait to get Stadia in the hands of gamers later this year. So let's share some more details about the platform and what you'll need to get started at launch. You'll get the best experience playing with our new Stadia controller. It's designed specifically for streaming games, and it includes a capture button for your game footage and a button to access the Google Assistant. Of course, you can also play Stadia games with any supported game controller or with a mouse and keyboard.
Oh.
The only other thing you need is a screen to play on. Want to play on the HD TV in your living room? Just plug in a Chromecast Ultra.
Oh,
if you'd rather play on your laptop, desktop, or tablet, open a Chrome browser window. Our vision is for Stadia to run on any screen that runs Chrome. Or you can use the Stadia app on your Pixel 3. We'll be expanding to more screens down the line too, including more smartphones. When you're ready to play, the Stadia controller connects directly to your game running in the Google data center. That direct connection is key to providing the highest possible performance and the best streaming experience. We have so many more details on the Stadia controller, which you can find at stadia.com.
Thank you.
We're also a tweet away at Google Stadia to answer all your questions. We're very excited to introduce you to a number of new titles coming to Stadia at launch. Let's take a look.
I'm a wolf, raised to be the alpha, trained to follow.
Ghost Recon.
Alas,
Yeah, I
the
think
beast
so.
can't be tamed that easily.
That's Punisher, right?
John Bernthal. When I got
That's why territory is the perfect den for my kind. A free world where I can roam and explore with no end.
John Bernthal, man. What a man.
But I came here on the hunt, hidden among sheep, focused on their superficial dreams,
Walking Dead,
moving
every
up the
episode
food
be
chain
like,
step
touching
by
his forehead,
step
be like,
before
"Now I'ma
I
tell you
dominate
something."
them all.
Every episode.
One target always clearly in my sights. To secure the future with technology others developed, but were too fearful
Rogan
to
in chat
deploy.
says live action Bastion.
By tooth and claw, I took this island, and by tooth and claw, I will rule it.
Try to take over the island. The island didn't know. Get that other chicks up the sleeve. Oh my god.
The wolf knows when a predator nears. Can a ghost take on the lone wolf? Maybe. Tracking, analyzing, stalking, patiently, tirelessly. But there is no place for the weak and the wounded here.
Wouldn't have counted that guy as weak and wounded, but here we are.
Looks like he's a ghost buster. Right, Kev?
I get it!
We
Thanks, bro.
are wolves.
Music's fucking tight.
This is a good trailer.
How it skips the
Why is
beat.
the stream quality so poor, though?
Stand by.
Because they're playing the game right
shit.
now.
Standing by. In position.
3, 2, 1.
That's pretty cool.
I really like Ghost Recon.
This song's fucking
Wanted it in every
hot
trailer
Yeah,
for the
dude.
rest of time.
I want to be walking down an alley in slow motion with like mist and
Dude,
fog
hey,
around
so
me.
far, this stream is doing it fucking right.
Oh yeah?
Here's some hype trailers.
Games, baby.
I immediately thought Concrete Genie, but never
Yeah,
mind.
same.
See, I thought some weird Life is Strange mixed with Clementine from Walking Dead action going on.
Goosebumps.
It's like really aggressive. Someone called her a snot loser.
Thank you.
No, this is scary shit, dude. I don't know if I can play this game.
Cancel Google Stadia, dude.
I'm over it. Oh, mannequins. Why you gotta put mannequins in?
This is a Halloween party mode if I've ever seen one.
Oh, wait a minute. Is this from... No, Tequila Works. Okay. I was about to say, is this from Play Dead?
No.
That would have been a totally different style.
See, first thing I thought was Play Dead, but then I was like, no, it's PlayStation.
Oh, hey, this is the moving game.
Oh, yeah.
But not the one.
Oh, it's not?
No, it
No.
doesn't look like it.
No, different graphic style.
Yeah. Maybe they updated.
Moving out. Wait. These are the same graphics, right?
No.
The character design looks very different.
Yeah. And the other one's less top down than this is. The other one is a lot more like kind of perspective.
Oh my god. It's gonna be a fun party mode though.
It's like Gang Beasts mixed with Overcooked.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trevor Stark in the chat says totally stealing SMG Studios, moving out.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's the one that we're in.
Yeah. Oh man, Greg's rock hard somewhere.
Greg's fucking rubbing that
All right.
fucking veiny wiener.
Happened
That's
7
enough.
months after a deadly pandemic that started in New York, spread not only across the nation, but also across the world. And you, as an agent of the Strategic Homeland Division, has been called to Washington, D.C. to help take the city back and save the country. So one of the major challenges is to take an RPG and to create a fast-paced, action-packed shooting game. We learned a lot from the first game, and we improved on that. And what we have today, I think, is the best cover-based shooter RPG out there.
What if this is just like their E3 thing
One
from
of
last
the
year?
real benefits
It's like the same
of
package.
Washington, D.C. for the second game is that we have all of these amazing, iconic buildings. The White House, the Capitol, we have the Air and Space Museum, we have the Lincoln Memorial,
Remember that mission?
and of course,
So good.
there's
was a
even
fun
a
mission,
control
guys.
point at the base of the Washington Monument.
I miss this game.
Stadia means that you can
Still
play
out.
your game anywhere.
Didn't go anywhere.
The collaboration with Google has been really awesome because they're very open,
Wow,
a very
that last
open
name.
company, at least with us as partners. We know games
Impressive.
and they know infrastructure. So together we can bring a powerful, visually appealing experience to all Stadia users. Together we can make the best of it. The exciting part about partnering with Google is that they really have the bandwidth and just the physical infrastructure to pull something like this off.
I guess you can actually play this in 60 frames.
Bringing the
unlike on
Division 2
PS4.
to Stadia has been a learning
how Stadia did.
experience and an immensely thrilling journey. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what we can do in the future.
That's a look at just some of the amazing titles we're bringing to you at launch. And now, here to tell you about Stadia's pricing and availability is my friend and colleague, John.
We're
What's up,
launching
John?
Stadia with a
John
diverse
Justice.
mix of games from lots
Jesus.
of
That's a
genres and
superhero
world-class
name right
game
there.
publishers. There's truly something for everyone. With Stadia, you can put your money toward the things that really matter, the latest, greatest game experiences that you can play anywhere.
Yo, look
To
at those,
unlock
like,
these experiences,
some-
we're offering a
his
premium
glasses, man.
subscription for our
Some
Stadia
good
players.
ones right there.
Introducing Stadia Pro. It delivers the best of Stadia for just $9.99 per month. Stadia
So
Pro
we-
gives you
oh, well,
regular
unless it was
content
Canadian
that we
and
add
that's
to
how
your
that
library
translates?
for being a Stadia Pro member at our highest streaming quality. 4K, HDR, 60 frames per second with 5.1 surround sound. And we're going a step further to celebrate players who want to be the first playing on Stadia. We know there's a passionate world of players out there who want bigger, better, more accessible gaming experiences. After announcing Stadia, we've heard from so many gamers who share our excitement. For those fans, we've created a custom, limited edition set of exclusive features and content. We call it the Stadia Founders Edition, and you can pre-order it starting today. The Founders Edition includes everything you need to get started with Stadia, and you'll have the first access to Stadia when it launches later this year. We want to make sure your games look great on the biggest screen in your home. So the Founders Edition comes with a Chromecast Ultra for streaming it up to
Kevin
4K,
has one of those
HDR,
2 days ago.
60 frames per second directly to your TV. You'll also receive a limited edition Night Blue Stadia controller, as well as 3 months of Stadia Pro. And we know gaming is more fun with a friend. The Founders Edition comes with a 3-month Buddy Pass, so you can gift Stadia Pro access to a friend or family member. You can also pick up an additional Stadia controller for $69. It comes in clearly white, just black, and wasabi.
Wasabi.
And here's the best part about the Founders Edition. You'll be among the first players to secure your exclusive Stadia name. So you'll get the Stadia name you want and the bragging rights that go along with it. So you're getting a Chromecast Ultra, the limited edition Night Blue Stadia controller, 3 months of Stadia Pro for you and a friend, and you'll be among the first players to select a Stadia name. It's all in the Stadia Founders Edition, and it's coming to these 14 countries. And we're working hard to expand Stadia to additional countries in 2020 and beyond. We do have one more surprise. Gamers who buy the Stadia Founders Edition will get the complete Destiny 2 experience as part of Stadia Pro. Let's take a look.
I've never seen this before.
Wow.
Destiny's about being a super powerful hero set loose in a really beautiful world.
The first time I fired my super, I was like screaming, I'm so badass right now. I've been playing games for 30 years and I've never experienced that.
Destiny is about playing with your friends.
Clearly never played NBA 2K, you know?
Other players. The first time I beat Bolt of Class, I know who was there with me. And that just makes it feel so much more rich.
Bungie's always been at the forefront of exploring new ways to bring our games to our players.
We are now our own publisher. Did you know this?
And with Stadia, we get to be the tip of the spear with something that's new.
They're showing the right games for partnerships. Division 2, Destiny 2, it's like, these are the games that will benefit from a streaming service where you can play
on the go.
And we're allowing players to have access to all of it. All of our planets, all of our cooperative strikes, all of our competitive modes, Gambit, raids. It's all there for players to jump in and have fun with.
Shadowkeep is the next chapter in the Destiny story.
It's a pretty haunting tale. There are these nightmares that are walking the moon, and you'll have to find a way to conquer these nightmares and face your fears.
We have a lot to do with Destiny 2.
That's what Gary's freaking out right now.
We now are in control of our own destiny.
Fuck you, Activision.
We have an incredible community. And with Stadia, I think we're going to open up an entirely new opportunity for players to come in and play with their friends from around the world.
Looking to the future.
That just took a huge ball.
Part of it.
Brings us back.
Stadia Pro on.
You thought this was black.
Can you feel them? I can still hear their voices.
What are they saying?
Their endless torment reshapes our moon. Nightmares now stalk the surface. Walking shadows, seeking vengeance. Our old fears, they rise again. And in the dark below,
that was one of the expansion names, Tim.
Something wicked
I think.
has awakened.
I think.
We must bring an end to this suffering. One way or another.
I mean, how much can actually be hidden on the moon? Shouldn't we have...
There's the dark side of the moon, though. We don't ever see it.
A big thank you to our friends at Bungie for partnering with us to bring the full Destiny 2 experience to Stadia. The base game, all previous add-ons, the newest expansion, and the annual pass. They're all included in your Stadia Pro subscription. And as an added bonus, you'll be able to transfer your Destiny Guardian to Stadia from any other platform.
Whoa.
To recap,
pending approval from
the Stadia Founders Edition comes with limited edition Night Blue controller,
No, they won't.
Chromecast Ultra,
I don't think
3 months of Stadia Pro, the full Destiny 2 experience, first dibs on your Stadia name, and a buddy pass to give Stadia Pro to a friend for 3 months.
And a
Good luck
solid
deciding
gold
who you're
bar.
going to give it to. When you add everything up, that's almost $300 of value. And you'll get it all in the Founders Edition for just $129, which you can pre-order now. We're excited to offer the Founders Edition to gamers around the world, but it's only available for a limited time, in limited quantities, so don't wait too long to pre-order. If you don't want the Founders Edition or Stadia Pro, you can still buy and play Stadia games without a subscription. Simply buy the games you want when you want them. We call this Stadia Base, and any games you purchase, they're yours to play whenever you want. So whether you're ready to go all in with the Founders Edition bundle, or if you prefer Stadia Base, you have options. All right, let's bring Phil back
And
for
time's
a few
up.
final details.
You lost your
and
chance to buy
surprises.
it.
Thanks for
Suck
tuning
it.
in to this
Yeah.
first look
Limited
at some
time
of our
available.
most exciting launch titles, pricing details, and how to access Stadia right at launch. You can get more details and info at stadia.com/FAQ, or you can find it in the description here, or tweet us at Google Stadia. We'll have much more to come soon, including additional announcements from some of the world's best game publishers. Thanks for watching. I can't wait for you to experience Stadia for yourself. And with that, we're excited to show you one last collection of games.
Listen up already.
Bye.
Bring back the Ghost Recon song, you know?
I love how hard Gettys partnering with them. It's good.
Rahul Kohli fucking so
All nice and good teams. I mean, Square's partnering already. And Tomb Raider as well.
Oh, is that Thumper?
You guys are weird.
Okay.
Yeah, interesting. No date. No actual date.
Yeah.
Right.
Did they say a month or anything?
Yeah, they said later this year.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You gotta assume they're gonna do more of these.
Launching
Yeah, they did. They did mention that. at the
Which is
beginning.
great. I thought this was an excellent format. I loved the pacing. You know, like out the gate, they did the conference right. There's
Yeah.
not like the weird kind of missteps and going on too long about stuff. I also think that it's important to have the kind of figure of Phil Harrison. Not that he was the best, but I think that he did a decent job. Kind of doing
least
the things
starting their
title.
voice.
He's their Phil
Yeah.
Spencer. He's the guy that you want to see bringing you the news. I didn't think we'd get Baldur's Gate here.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. I thought that would be an E3 reveal, an Xbox reveal, or whatever. But yeah, that's kind of cool. That's this sort of targets a weird market, I think. You know, you made mention of a lot of the games of service being shown, and I think that's where they're trying to hit, because you don't want to be like Greg taking your PS4 everywhere with you. But I don't know. It's still interesting, because like my main worry. What's up, Kev?
Oh, it's just
Yeah, so the
November.
website says November. 129 for the Founders Edition. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I guess my main worry is just like, you know, you can have 4K resolution all day. How is the bitrate? How's the, like, are we going to get all this black noise banding and shit that we were getting during this presentation, you know?
Yeah. See, to me, I've always seen this, and I feel like it's going to end up being a supplement to your video game habits, right? Like, I don't think this is the way that most of us are going to want to play these games, but it's going to be in addition to. And like, they hit on a couple key things here that I think are really important for the success of this. One, to focus on making it very accessible. Just all you need is the Chromecast, and you get the base thing. That's insane. $10 a month, not bad. And the Founders Pack coming with the thing to have your friends play with you, it's like they're definitely trying to get people to seeing is believing, right? Like once you get your hands on this, you're going to get hooked to it.
Yeah.
But I think that is more for the people that play these games as service, will just want to play games wherever they are. And that little bit where they're talking about Destiny 2 and being able to move your character over, it's like that is where I think the future is. I think right now this is all like, all right, cool, I'll believe it when I see it. But I feel like next year, like by the time that everyone's used to this, with Call of Duty announcing that there's crossplay, we are so close to video games just being like, it doesn't matter if you buy it on Stadia or Xbox or PS4, you'll be able to use your character back and forth. And that's a luxury that not everyone's going to get to do. But guess what? Greg Miller's going to. Greg Miller is the guy that they're targeting because if he'll pay for one subscription service, he'll pay for another. And they know that, right? And I don't, like, you're right about it not being a consistent 4K, 60, all that. Like, there's no way. There's no way. But is it good enough? Good enough is all you need to be. I'll be fine with some input lag. I'm not going to be playing fighting games competitively using Google Stadia.
Fighting games
you're not going to be playing fighting games
no.
competitively, period, right?
You're right, Kevin. You're right.
That's all I'm saying.
But the point I'm making is like if I get a little bit of lag in Final Fantasy 15, it's not going to fuck my day up.
Right.
It's going to be a minor annoyance.
Yeah, when I played the Assassin's Creed Odyssey demo, or just Assassin's Creed Odyssey on, what were they calling it, Project Stream?
Yeah.
When I played it there, I feel like it was a good experience, but we have gigabit internet at home, and it was pretty, smooth and fluid, but there was still that input lag that, again, I don't know. To me, this is not like a home experience thing. Like, I don't think this is replacing anybody's home experience thing yet.
See, the thing is, it's not replacing ours. But what you need to understand is they are brilliant right now on what they're doing on the hardware side of, they just announced a console for $129. You know what I mean? Like, that is such an entry point for people that aren't real gamers, but like
are
some of my friend Vincent Wong, who loves Destiny, but like doesn't really want to have to deal with PlayStation Plus and all this stuff. Like, he has a PS4 because someone gave it to him. It's like, this is the type of thing he'd be like, oh shit, this is an easy entry point for me to get back into these AAA games.
It just still seems like such a, like, I don't see the casual gaming market even knowing about this thing. Like,
it's Google, dude.
I mean, yeah, but Google Plus existed. Like, we've seen Google fail several times.
But definitely I feel like we've seen them fail. And I'm not saying that this is going to be a massive success, but I feel like this has a lot more good going for it in every way that Google Plus didn't. When Google Plus was announced, nobody was like, oh shit, Baldur's Gate's on Google Plus, right?
Yeah.
Here it's like, oh shit, these are the games people want. It's like, this conference showed that like these are the real games that people want to be playing. It's not, a bunch of small
random
titles and like older games. Like even the old games in this division and Destiny, they're ongoing games, right?
Yeah. I guess working at Best Buy for 6 years, I just don't see the casual person ever like understanding this or wanting to buy in. I'm hoping they do. Yeah. I'm hoping this is the start of the future, and I think it's super ambitious.
Yeah.
But I like to me, I just little Johnny at home asking mom for a Google Stadia, like $10 a month. Like, what is that? It needs our internet.
The two biggest hesitations I have is that the thing that we saw in the leak this morning was that, and of course they wouldn't mention this on here, is that even if you pay for a Stadia subscription, it only counts towards older games, and new games you will still have to buy. And so that was like a confusing, like, okay, if I'm paying for this subscription, I'm only getting older games. What do you qualify as an older game? And
there was no mention of that here, right?
I don't. It doesn't sound like you're getting, at least the way they're phrasing stuff, doesn't sound like you're getting any games. You just have access to play at the highest quality. So I think you're still gonna have to buy the game itself, right?
There's the FAQ somewhere.
Okay. And then the other big thing was Nibel tweeted 2 days ago about a possible rumors or a leak is that xCloud to be a focus of Microsoft's show, and it does best Google's previously announced 10.7 teraflops for streaming. And so, they try to pull their dick out and say like, oh, like the teraflops that we're using in our database is bigger than both the PS4 and Xbox One combined. But those are consoles that came out 5 years ago at this point. So I'm wondering if the numbers that they're putting up, are they going to even be able to hold up against known entities? Like when Microsoft comes in in a couple of days and talks about xCloud, like, and they're a known, like, trusted gaming entity. Like, are people going to even pay attention to Google Stadia? You know?
I mean, my thing is, yes. I think that, like, you need all these things. If it was just Microsoft doing it, you can't wrap your head around it. It needs to be ubiquitous across everybody's understanding of video games, that subscription service exists, cloud services work, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like the competition is the only thing that's going to allow this in a couple years to be a positive reality for us.
Oh, yeah.
If it was just Google, it would not work. If it was just Microsoft, it would not work. It needs to be both of them pushing it. And also, like, the teraflops and the numbers and all shit, that doesn't mean anything. It's about the, like, how does it actually play?
Yeah.
You know? And it's like, we've seen that with all of, like, you can talk about the 6 teraflops of the Xbox One X
I'm
forever.
not specifically talking.
The Xbox One X?
What's up?
The One X
isn't that,
is
teraflop wise?
No. How old is it? Just
2013.
The One X?
Well,
the One X.
Xbox One is from 2013.
Right, but like that's old as shit. Like no one plays on an Xbox One now. They either play on an S or an X, right?
Yeah.
I feel like most people, or I don't know, most
See,
people
this
we know.
is the problem.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking about our group of people. Like, this is, like, the casual gamer market is no longer one thing. I feel like casual gamers are so much bigger since last generation that, like, there's so many people that have left games that this is the type of shit that could get them back in. And it's the ease of, it's free. Like, it's free to try it, and if you like it, then you can get in. Like that, the base pack is just like, there's nothing bad about this. If you don't want it, don't use it.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything bad. I'm just talking about realistically how successful this is going to be. I'm not saying like, oh, this is dumb, this is terrible for the gaming market. I'm just talking about the realistic expectation of what they're getting into here.
Yeah. We're going to talk a lot more about this on Kind of Funny Games Daily as we get into it all. We will just stay on standby for a while. But thank you very much for watching us. We'll be back for Kind of Funny Games Daily at 10 a.m. So in 24 minutes, get hyped, baby.
We'll see you then.